Okay. Yeah, I mean, overall, it looks like the BP4 has been made a bit more precise in ASPICE 4.0. Now, when it comes to the execution part, because I mean, we have been part of the projects where we had to show some evidence that we did analyze the impact on the let's say operating environment in the past and in the future on the system context. So my question is, what is the better way of showing this evidence? Is it more kind of a review we have to do, or is it more kind of a simulations we have to do and show some result? I mean, what is an ideal way of clearing this particular base practice?
That's a very interesting question. The reason being, what kind of impact are you going to check on the operating environment or the system context? So how would you do it? Because you in your requirement phase, you're still deriving the requirements. And if you ask, okay, what kind of memory impact does it have? What kind of performance impact does it have? As you rightly mentioned, you would have to do some kind of simulation or maybe a proof of concept development before you can actually say that you did something, right? Of course, you can always claim that if you are having a legacy system based on your previous experience when you are adding couple of new features, based on the previous experience, of course, you can derive some data, and on top of the derived data, you're kind of making a theoretical assumption, and you are going to validate it once your implementation is complete. On the other hand, what you can also check is the simulation part is taken care of. So right, so you try to simulate if it is a new product, you are building it for the first time, you would have to uh, get some I don't know, some development boards where you would try to figure out the core functionality and then try to add more and more modules and then see how uh, it impacts on the other let's say the system context or the operating environment. Now these are with respect to main points like memory performance, the CPU, etc. Apart from that, there are other factors I would consider when we are talking about this impact on the system environment, and those are like, let's say you have some signals, right? Now when we are talking about the signals, right from the start till the end, what is the amount of time it would take? So if you do that, uh, you can get to know, like for example, there is a specific term in the functional safety, FTTI, fault tolerance time interval. So you can get to know the signal timing, which you don't have to implement things, but rather you can just get to know all these things during your architectural design phase itself. In which case, it would be an iteration. That means you derive a system requirement, you go update your architecture, do the analysis there, come back, update certain things. So this way, it can also act as an evidence that hey, I have derived the requirements. I checked for, let's say, this input signal, which all modules are getting affected, and what kind of time criticality does this have, and then you can probably show this as evidence. This is how I see as some of the evidence that you can provide for analyze the system, analyze the impact on the system context.